Hey, welcome back to World Entertainment. And you've seen the title, you've seen the thumbnail, and that's why you're here. And of course, it is the question. Is Christopher Nolan's Odyssey in trouble? Is it going to bomb? Quite frankly, I've not had a great feeling about this movie for quite a while now. The last bunch of movies I went to see last year, every single one of them had the teaser trailer in front of them from the start of the year all the way through. That teaser trailer did nothing for me. I thought it was horrible. I'm sitting in a dark cinema and I still couldn't see what in the hell was on the screen. So where it seems to be sound editing used to be his issue, now it kind of seemed to be lighting. But the cast was always an issue. And now the casting that they've just shown has got people up in arms, and they are all firing back at Chris Nolan saying, yeah dude, what the hell you doing? And Elon Musk is now out there slamming Nolan, saying he's lost his integrity. And it really does seem like Christopher Nolan is bending over to the Hollywood machine, because what is he doing with this casting? Now, the casting to begin with was always rocky. You know, the people weren't overly thrilled with a lot of it, you know, but what we've now been shown via Helen of Troy, yeah, the backlash has just exploded. And if you already had people on the fence with a lot of your decisions, this is just going to put them over the top. And yeah, I think you've just managed to kill your own movie. So let's dive into this. So Elon Musk is the latest high-profile voice to weigh in on the growing controversy surrounding Christopher Nolan's upcoming adaptation of The Odyssey. Reacting on X to an image revealing Lutipa Nangoyo, I can never pronounce her name, cast as Helen of Troy, Musk simply stated, "Chris Nolan has lost his integrity." The comment came as fan criticism on social media continues to escalate, with many accusing the film of historical inaccuracy and pushing woke casting decisions. Where someone wrote this, and this is what Musk responded to was, which is funny, because the guy's responding to a message that Chrissy Mayer put up, who anyone that watches FNT and stuff will know Chrissy Mayer. She wrote, Christopher Nolan already ruined the Odyssey. Casting Lupita, whatever her second name is, as Helen of Troy is absolutely disgusting and goes directly against what was written thousands of years ago. So this guy wrote, Helen of Troy was fair-skinned, blonde, and the face that launched 1,000 ships, because she was so beautiful that men started a war over her. Casting choices that make the premise incoherent and are admissions that the story was never the point and an insult to the author. And then that's where Musk responded saying Chris Nolan has lost his integrity. So it's saying the image of Lupita, I'm just going to say her first name, I can't pronounce her second name, shared widely across social media and fan pages, has become a flashpoint for critics claiming the casting degrades the source material. By the way, I think I said her first name even wrong at the start of this, so apologies. So Helen of Troy, often described in classical Greek literature as a white-armed and possessing golden hair, is now portrayed by the Kenyan Mexican actress in Nolan's epic. I didn't realize she was part Mexican as well. That's a mix and a half, isn't it? How the hell are you Kenyan and Mexican? Wow. So some fans have taken to calling her Helen of Detroit and questioning the logic of a war being waged over a character whose appearance contradicts traditional depictions, while defenders point out the mythological nature of the Odyssey, that's the whole cyclops and stuff like that, and Lupita's talents. Others argue Nolan has abandoned authenticity for modern Hollywood sensibilities. The criticism hasn't stopped at Helen, as some fans are now raising eyebrows over rapper Travis Scott's rumoured appearance, calling it another off-brand choice for a film set in ancient Greece. And yeah, we've seen the image of Travis Scott. So John Leguizamo who has a role in the movie, fueled the flames by doubling down on his political views recently, stating that if you support ICE, you shouldn't watch any of his work, which would include Nolan's The Odyssey. Yeah, he's just went on a weird meltdown on his Twitter or whatever and said, if you support any of this and Trump and all that stuff, don't come to my shows, don't buy my movies and books and stuff, and definitely don't watch any of my movies. So Christopher Nolan must be thrilled about that. So what we have here now is we have this Kenyan-Mexican woman, Lupita, playing Helen of Troy. And like, look, this will sound bad. It's not meant to sound bad, but it's just the reality of it. She's as black as night. Let's put it that way. So, again, you know, people might get offended by that, but she is, you know. Playing Helen of Troy, who was a white woman with blonde hair. You have Zendaya in here as well. You have a trans actress in here as well. You have possibly Travis Scott, for reasons best known to themselves. And you have a lot of Latino type of actors in here. And it's like, dude, this is a Greek mythology story. What are you doing? And of course, we know the issue is that if he didn't put anyone of some other colour in here, the Hollywood backlash would come out. You're whitewashing the movie, blah, blah, blah. Where's your representation, blah, blah, blah. Even though these people do need that integrity to turn around and say, well, it's this story, and that's the story we're telling. So we're not changing it just because you want it to reflect your vision of the world. The world is not California, okay? Again, go in and make a movie. Go back and remake what that movie pile of shit is put out only, 2-3 years ago, that The Woman King. But make those characters white. Hell, make them Asian. And watch the backlash. You watch them lose their goddamn collective minds. You can't do that. That's not what these people wear and what they did and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh yeah, but it's okay when you do it the other way around, right? This is stupid casting. And of course, people are trying to point out, but there's a cyclops in it. Okay, but that's the fantastical end of the story. Other than the actual other people that are in it. Of course, everybody's hoping and praying that Ellen Page will play the Cyclops. Because everyone's like, oh, please let her be playing that. Please. So at this stage, would you be surprised? Because people were joking, saying, someone black would probably play Helen of Troy. And sure enough, it's exactly what they did. But yeah, the biggest problem with it is the fact that it clearly shows that, yeah, Chris Nolan is trying to conform to the Hollywood narrative for making movies now, which is, hey, if you don't diversify your cast, we don't want to know you. And that's a shame. That really is a shame. So I think this movie is going to be a disaster. Before this even came out, I thought this movie was probably going to be a disaster. But now seeing all this, yeah, I think put a fork in it. It is done. But that's my take. What's yours? What do you think of Helen of Troy being played by Lupita Nyong'o, whoever the hell you pronounce her second name, and possibly Travis Scott being in there, and John Leguizamo telling people, hey, because I'm in it, if you don't follow my politics, don't watch my shit. All of this stuff, let me know. By the way, when it came to him, everyone's response to that was, your terms are acceptable. So good luck with that one, buddy. So again, let me know what you all think of that. And with that, I shall leave it there for this one. So do like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Cheers, and I shall catch you in the next one.